Hello. Hey everyone, I'm gonna give you a second to log on. While I'm waiting for people, I already see 5 people on here. My name's Lavonne and welcome back to my channel. This is my very first YouTube live. So for those of you that are here, it looks very bright. So let me turn down the brightness. I do have my ring light on. Oh, so much better. For those of you that are just logging on, make sure that your chat is on because, and so am I. I'm gonna do live chat, there we go. Hello, Ashley, takes action, and Jamie's here. I love that you guys were planning on being here. I am so grateful to all of you guys for this whole YouTube life. Hi, Vanessa and Megan and Emily and Justine and Felicia and Alexia and Billy. I could literally sit here naming all of your names all day. Hello, everyone. I want to know where you're from. So if you are on here, tell me what country you're in, what city you're in. I'm so excited that you chose to spend your afternoon with me. This is my first YouTube live. I've done a ton of lives on Instagram. Honestly, they're like me just holding my phone. So it's new for me to be here, but I'm so grateful to all of you guys. And we are celebrating, guys. We are celebrating 50,000 subscribers. Just a little bit about me. Oh my gosh, I love seeing where you guys are all from. This is so fun. You're from everywhere. For me, one of the reasons why I started YouTube was because, well, first of all, I didn't really start YouTube to be on YouTube. I started YouTube so I could have some reference videos for my clients. So like they were asking the same questions over and over again. And I was like, it'd be easier if I had all my stuff and I could actually do justice to the questions that they're asking. And so I like started making these videos and then you guys started watching and next thing I knew there was like 20,000 views on one of my videos and I was like, who are these 20,000 people? Like, what is going on in the world? And P.S., I'm gonna go back and look at all of your comments afterwards. So if I miss it now, trust, I will be reading your comments. So if you have something that you want me to see, please leave it here. I will definitely see it. And so I threw together these videos, you guys started watching, and then I kind of got locked in. And then the more I thought about it, it was mostly the fact that like, I realized the reach that could happen with YouTube, that it wasn't just the US, that it was the world. And so I just like, I have seen the impact. You guys write me with your stories. You tell me your birth stories. You send me your pictures like on Instagram and stuff. And I try to respond to all of you, although I know I don't get to all of you. But I am just so grateful to all of you guys for following up, for caring, for participating, for being here today. And let me just tell you, I do have a giveaway for you. I have a free thing for all of you guys that are here that is a new item that I'm really excited to give you. In the meantime, send me your questions, okay? Because I will be answering some of your birth-related questions here. The other thing I'll just let you know for those of you that are here, hi Hannah and Alexia, is that if I put a question up, I'm sort of watching them come in, but then they kind of go away. So actually, let me see if I can scroll. I can scroll back. But copy your question that you sent, and then you can resend it so that I can keep seeing them. So I don't have to scroll back because I'm basically just gonna answer the questions that show up like in the moment. So make sure you comment with your childbirth related questions and I will answer some of those. In the meantime, while you're pulling them together and figuring out what you wanna ask me, is I have a giveaway for you. So I wanna give back. I am so grateful. I struggled really a lot on what to do for this giveaway. But first of all, I did say that one of the items from the holiday gift guide would be in this giveaway. And so you guys have been commenting, whether that on Instagram or in the comments here, and there was clearly a winner. Like, and I was actually surprised because I was expecting you to go for like the AirPods. A lot of you did say the AirPods, but there was a lot of you that said the weighted blanket. And so I pulled it off my bed to bring here to show you that the weighted blanket will be in this giveaway. So I will send you that. I will not send it from my house. I will ship it to you from Amazon because it's like really heavy box. And then for those of you who are in another place, I saw South Africa show up here really quickly. And for those of you in another place, I will be giving you, if you win the giveaway, any class you want. So that's VBAC class, that's coping with labor class, that's childbirth bundle class. You can have them all if you win and you are not in the United States or Canada, okay? And then we'll for sure find somebody from the United States that can also win. So maybe there'll be more than one winner. Now mind you, what is in this giveaway other than the blanket? So I did choose 2 more of my favorite things from the holiday gift guide that I'm including. And then I have a couple other fun things that I had that I either have and like that I just decided to throw in for fun as extra bonus. And then in the giveaway, you'll get the blanket. You will also get whatever class you want from my shop. So if you're a first-time mom, you can watch my childbirth bundle class. If you're a VBAC mama, you need my VBAC class. And there's the option of my coping with labor class. So, and actually I think I put it that like you get my VBAC and my coping with labor class, or my childbirth class and my coping with labor class. So no matter what, you get to cope with labor, okay? I want to help you to cope with labor the best that you possibly can, okay? And then the other fun items that I've included, other than the blanket and that, I think I put it together, I think it's like a $640 value. I, of course, want you with the most kissable lips ever. One of my staples, if you haven't seen the video, go and watch that after this. The Lemmons lip sleeping mask will be a part of the giveaway. I have some pretty little bauble bar earrings. They're like constellation earrings. Those are going in your giveaway. Of course, my makeup palette. I'm still gonna turn down the light because I still, like, look at me. I have no facial features. There we go. So my favorite eyeshadows of all time is going in your giveaway. This Essential Oils Rollerball Deep Relax. It goes along with the sleep theme. So we're gonna get you sleeping really well. And then Laszlo's clay mask. I thought that was another little pampery item to include just for fun. Throw it in there to your 50K giveaway. So the directions for the giveaway, as you're all bringing in your questions, then I'm gonna get to your questions. Directions for the giveaway will be on Instagram, okay? So that goes for the giveaway, but at the end of the live, I'm gonna give you a promo code where you can go to my shop and something will be free for everybody, for as many as you want, just because I love you so much. And I wanna encourage you with hint, hint, positivity, okay? So wait until the end and I'll give you a promo code there. And then for directions for the giveaway, you can go to Instagram. There will be a post with a picture of me that says 50K giveaway, and then the directions are in there. If you don't have Instagram, go get yourself an Instagram and you can enter. You can throw in tags of other people, enter as many times as you want, and we're good to go. Oh, my dad's on here. Your mom and I are watching and we think you're a rock star. Oh, thanks, Daddy. I have the most supportive family ever. They're in Minnesota. Now I'm curious if my sister's on here because my sister is pregnant and in Ecuador. Talk about world reach. So I was talking about how the whole YouTube thing got started for me, and then the more I thought about it with like reach for the world. I grew up overseas. My like family is overseas. I have friends all over the world, and there's so much education and information here in LA, and I was like, we need to bring this everywhere. And I wish I could speak all the languages in the world, but I can't. So maybe someday I can throw subtitles in other languages on my videos. But at least then there's now women all over the world have access to up-to-date, hopefully positive, hopefully really inspiring information to you anywhere. So now that's what keeps me going. Plus you guys keep me going because you're the best. Hi, hello Philippines. I saw that come in. This brings me so much life. Okay, so Justine says, what does a remote client service look like? All right, well, that's a good transition into all of our questions. Hello, Justine. So remote client service means that I can work with you anywhere. So if you can't find a doula or you just really want me to come alongside of you in a more personal way, I have my online classes, so that is remote, but I do one-on-ones. Hello, Elle from the Philippines. I do one-on-ones online, so on Zoom or Skype, doesn't matter where you are. If you have questions about your labor and birth, if you have a history of birth trauma, I wanna talk to you. I can help you make sense of things. I can help you with strategies to like set you up for your next birth. And then if you really wanna do the real thing, I have an entire program called Birth Coaching, where I meet with you 8 times. You and your partner, you get all my classes, you get a supplemental session with a perinatal psychologist. We talk postpartum. It literally, guys, is the resource of the world. I wrote a book. I hope to publish it someday. That's a whole nother project to get done. But if you want access to that workbook, it is every question you'll ever have to think of. You get a birth registry session. You get like extra supplemental information, everything you need. It's all there for you. Plus then you have me to help you with it. So it's been very successful in the past. That is what that's what working with me looks like. Okay, struggle bus. Okay, so let's get to some of your birthy questions. I'm gonna lean in here and just went out with your mom. I am her neighbor. Hi, Patty. You guys are so cute. I love this. Okay. Can having a C-section make it harder to get pregnant again? So in general, with getting pregnant and fertility, there is a correlation, not a causation, separate situation, with having a C-section and then what they would call infertility. So there are some studies that show that it makes it harder for you to get pregnant, but does it make you infertile? Does it mean you can't get pregnant again? Absolutely not. And it shouldn't make it that much harder. Okay? Ooh, dude, this is so good. Samantha, wait, y'all are scrolling. Okay, Samantha Louise says, do third babies come sooner than first and second babies? I just talked about this in a prenatal session with a client today. So here's the insider scoop on all these first, second, third babies. You guys have been asking this a lot too, so this is probably another video coming. So in general, second babies are really fast ones. Like the ones that you hear in the news of people that deliver in their car, not to scare you, but you don't want to like wait at home for a million years with a second baby. You want to like your water breaks, get moving. If you have contractions that are like 5 minutes apart instead of 2 to 4 minutes apart, you probably want to go. If you're having strong contractions and then your water breaks, you want to get in the car, okay? Like, we're not playing that game at all with second-time mamas. Now, the third babies are wild card babies. Like, some of them, they fly out. Like, the second one, they like, it's just like a train, like a freight train, what do they say? Whatever. You know, like they move really fast. And then other times you're like, what the heck is going on with this kid? Why is it taking so long? We've done this before. Like, what's going on? So in general, I would assume that what happened with your second would probably happen with your third as far as like timing goes. But flex and flow, there's the first one of the day. And second ones, go faster. Third ones, wild card. There's your answer. Okay, all right. Oh gosh, you guys have so many good questions. Okay, alrighty. I see something about gestational diabetes. There's the series coming on that very soon. It's already filmed. Okay, so this is 2 questions in one. Pre-pregnancy, I was fairly petite and small frame. This is from Felicia. I'm hoping for an unmedicated vaginal delivery, but I'm worried my baby won't fit through my pelvis. Is this an irrational fear? It's not an irrational fear because everybody talks about you, like the baby not fitting and all that. And then Luisa says, can a pelvis really be too small? What happened to those babies before modern medicine, right? So I'm with you. And then pelvic pain. So let's talk about your pelvis here for a second. The pelvis clearly is like my favorite thing. Where's my pelvis? Right here. I came prepared. So as far as like pelvic size goes, can the pelvis be too small? Yes, it can, clearly. And there's different shapes of the pelvis. This pelvis is a female shaped pelvis. I need the light or the camera to like pick it up. But see the roundness in this hole? It's like perfectly round. It's really nice. It works well. The baby fits nicely, but there's such a thing as an android pelvis, which is actually the shape of a male's pelvis. But some women can have that shape, and mind you, there's lots of other types of shapes. But the ideal one is a gynecoid pelvis, which is this beautiful little round hole that fits your baby through it. But if it's android, it looks more like this shape. And that, if you think about the size of a baby's head or the shape of a baby's head, isn't gonna be quite as appropriate. So here's the deal. This is actually my next FAQ video coming, which is can a baby be too big? Or I don't know what I'll title it, something like that. But how does the baby fit through your pelvis? Or I was told my baby's too big. Does that mean I need a C-section? The only way to know is what? You can probably answer this question if you've been watching my videos, is by trying. So yes, it can be too small, but you really don't know that because there's so many different factors involved with pelvic size, pelvic shape, and then the baby does this really cool thing where it molds, like see these lines on the head, those bones, they go over each other to help the baby fit through the pelvis. Also, the baby, like if you look at the shape of the baby's head, ideally you want the head tucked like that because then as the baby comes out, it's a little bit smoother of a ride versus if the baby's like this. Look at how much wider this has to fit. So there's so many different factors involved. Your pelvis can be too small, but the only way to know is by trying and by stressing out and people telling you that you have a small pelvis, you have tiny hips, or like if you're a really straight person, if you're really petite and small, that means nothing. What matters is the hole in your pelvis this way, okay? So that's what matters rather than like the width of your pelvis across of you. Across you. Okay, so no stress. And keep trying and do your exercises to get the baby in, change your positions through your labor. That's gonna be one of the best ways to help encourage baby to maneuver their way, and then trust in your body, guys, and let go. Baby knows how to fit through, okay? Is it true, this is Shane, is it true that you should only have 3 babies with a C-section? That is pretty much the rule, maybe 4, but after 4, it's gonna be contraindicated or not advised to have a C-section because where they've made the incision on the uterus gets really weak because it's been cut into so many times, and then you have a higher risk of a uterine rupture, which I talk about in my VBAC class and my VBAC videos. So can you, like if you get pregnant, like, okay, we're gonna make the most of it, but it is considered high risk, and ideally 3 is the magic number for a number of C-sections, which is also why you attempt a VBAC after your first C-section, so that if you decide you want 5 babies, then that's more of an option for you, okay? How much education do you need to become a doula? This is from Yana. You don't really need any education because a doula is technically labor support, so emotional and physical support. And so if you want to be supportive to women in labor, you definitely need to like read some books and you need to go to a doula training. But depending on what doula training you choose, like a lot of being a doula is very self-study. There is no like degree in being a doula. It's a weekend workshop, and then really, like, even you don't even need to take a weekend workshop, you can just be a doula. So I call myself a labor nurse and birth coach because I am a labor nurse. I'm a labor and delivery nurse. I have my background in nursing. I have my registered nurse license. I'm board certified in obstetrics. So, you know, that's why like the doula weekend workshop thing, I've done a lot more education than that. But a lot of doulas are very educated because they have studied and they've read the books and they've done a bunch of births. So if you want to do it, go for it. There needs to be more doulas in the world because they actually change outcomes. And by outcomes, I mean morbidity, mortality, all like safety for your delivery and higher levels of vaginal deliveries, okay? All right, let's see. You love labor. I love that you love labor. Okay, I'm gonna scroll back to the beginning because I don't wanna leave you guys hanging because I saw a ton of questions come in at one point. How to deal with or talk to others about fears of childbirth. This is from Katie Jones. Whew, that's a heavy hitter one. All right, so fears of childbirth. How many of you are afraid a little bit? And if you are, click the little likey button, the little thumbs up thing, and I'll see that number go up so I know how many of you are a little bit scared or nervous. And we can also know that most of you are probably scared and nervous, right? That this is very common. That's probably one of the #1 fears. I see that number rising. And so if you are scared or nervous, that is not uncommon. Now there's a healthy level of fear where like you're taking it seriously and you're caring and you're, you know, like doing your education and prepping your body and going to your doctor's appointments and all of that. But there's also like too much fear where you are having panic attacks and you are dreading with your soul labor, or you know, like that it's causing so much anxiety that like you have high blood pressure, etc., etc. Okay. And so this is where like, I would say it depends on what your role is. So if you are the pregnant person and your fear is so high, okay, first of all, your care team needs to know about it. Second of all, you need to surround yourself with the right support for your labor and birth. The number of times, and I have had particularly a good amount of clients that have some high anxieties. And the goal would be that the person that comes with you, people, including your partner, have some training in birth, that they can help assist you through some coping mechanisms if you are triggered in your birth. The other thing is preparation, and that's, you're all here, so you clearly have been educating yourself, but take your childbirth classes, guys. Take your coping with labor classes to have some skills so that when the contractions come, you're not like, I'm freaking out, I don't know what to do, and then it turns into like a whole spiral into suffering, which we don't want. So take your classes, and then already your anxiety is gonna go from like, oh, all the unknown to like the, oh, it's kind of unknown now. And you know, like, then you're gonna build off of that into your care team and talk through what exactly are you scared of. If there's a medical something, talk to your doctor, talk to your nurses, talk to your doula. Your doula really shouldn't be giving medical advice or even like too much medical information, but they can help you to facilitate those conversations, because there's so many things in childbirth that are so normal but feel totally weird. Hence why my mucus plug video is probably the most watched, probably it is the most watched video, because it's like, oh my gosh, wait, there's this like weird stuff coming out of me when it's totally normal. And so a lot of times it's normalizing all of the things, first of all, identifying what's the cause of stress and fear, and second of all, normalizing it and filling you in with that information, and then causing the support to be able to just let go and understand everything is good, everything is normal. Let's embrace the magic that happens with your body when you go through labor, guys, that like, it is really amazing what your body can do. It's grown a human, it can birth a human, like, you're good to go, okay? Deep breath, everyone, okay? So I said, oh my goodness, I have been warned of that for preeclampsia. There's something going on about preeclampsia. Y'all are probably reading all of these comments while I talk. All right, let's see. I'm gonna scroll back. Let's see what we got. Baby girl got stuck. You're allergic to morphine, doesn't probably matter for your epidural, but talk to your anesthesiologist, they'll work around it. You can still get an epidural if you're allergic to morphine. I'm very aware of my vagina at 36 weeks, almost like a tampon is in. Is that normal? Yup. Remember I talked about all those weird symptoms that you just need a little bit of education and you feel a little better? It's normal. Just probably baby coming down, pressing on something. And also your hormones are gonna make your vagina super sensitive towards the end of your pregnancy. All right. Sorry guys, just give me a sec. There's so many questions and so many good ones. All right. Are sharp pains under the belly button concerning when they're happening? Probably not, but talk to your doctor. Any of these pains questions, guys, talk to your doctor. That's all. Most of the time, a lot of that is normal. Okay, I'm just wondering if a cervix can even out. Mine either opens spontaneously way too early or doesn't ripen at all. I'm not asking if mine will, but if that's a thing. As far as even out goes, let's talk about your cervix. That we're not gonna be stressed about what's going on with your cervix, especially what goes on with your cervix prior to labor. So all of you guys, and actually this probably should become another YouTube video, that for those of you that are worried about your cervix thinning, dilating, nothing's happening. I've gotten like probably at least 3 messages a day on Instagram from people who are like, there's nothing happening in my cervix. I'm this many weeks pregnant and they checked me and I'm closed. Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna go into labor. That is not true. Your cervix could change in like 2 seconds. It could be different than it already is. And so I just like, if you haven't seen that, there's an FAQ where I'm like, just let go. How do you get yourself into labor? You've done all the things. Let go, guys. We are not stressing. Your cervix, your water could break 30 seconds after that. Your cervix could start changing right after that. You could go from 1 to 10 centimeters in 5 hours. Unlikely, but you could. And that's the thing about labor and birth. Like, labor and birth is so random, and it happens the way that it happens. And it happens when your body is ready and when your baby is ready. And so we're gonna let that one go, okay? Someone's asking about evening primrose oil. I see that come in. Yes, flex and flow and let go. That's my new phrase, Taylor. Oh my gosh, I love it. Flex and flow and let go. Okay, now I have to trademark that one too. That's so good. I'll give you some credit, Taylor. You are forever the coiner of flex and flow and let go. I'm gonna start saying that for sure, because I say that all the time. So for evening primrose oil, there is no evidence that shows that it helps. So we want to be very careful with anything that we're putting in the vagina, anything that is like, I want to say medicinal, but it's not medicinal. Like, for a lot of people, especially like the more natural birth crowd, they're going to be anti-Pitocin, anti-induction, anti-C-section, but any of the more natural things also are interrupting your natural processes and all have potential side effects. Now, there are ones that are going to be a little stronger and with more side effects and all of that than others, for sure. But let's just be aware that anything you're putting in your vagina has risk. And so there's actually, when you looked at the evening primrose information, I talked about this in a coffee and questions, but evening primrose oil has mixed reviews where it's like some people said it helped to get them into labor and other people it actually caused harm. And so my recommendation is gonna be just don't do it. Just trust in your body and flex and flow and then let go. I love it so much. You guys are the best. How can you tell if the baby is dropped? This is such a good question. Okay, hold on. Let me see what that was. Savannah Pointer. Such a good question. Guys, I'm going to give you a tool right now. How do you tell if the baby's dropped? So first of all, you can probably feel it. Okay, you'll probably be like, ooh, wow, there's like something in my butt. Or like, oh, my hips. Holy moly, that's a lot. Okay, that what you want to do is you want to feel. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Okay. You want to find your pubic bone. So everybody, and give me a thumbs up if you're actually going to do it with me. I want to see that you're doing it with me. This is the only way I get feedback, okay? So thumbs up if you're doing it, okay? Find your pubic bone. So like the hard part, like where your vagina crack goes up and ends, that's where your pubic bone is, okay? Love it. You can also click the little thumbs up guy. That's also another way to do it as well. But I love all your thumbs up, okay? We're feeling our bones. Then feel above, like onto where your bladder is, okay? And in there, especially if you're early in your pregnancy, it should be, I'm not pregnant, so like mine should be smushy, okay? So I'm feeling in, I'm pressing on my bladder, I have to pee, so this is not helpful, okay? And if it's smushy in there, the baby is not engaged. Now, especially if you guys are closer to your due dates, you might feel that there's like firm surface, okay? That instead of like, or you may actually be able to feel the baby's head and move it up and down. So what's happening is baby's inside and there's this little bulge. Okay, we're really getting creative here. Okay, weighted blanket. So let's say this is your belly and baby's in there and pubic bone is right here. Baby's coming down. If the baby has dropped and your pubic bone is here, I'm gonna feel a firm surface behind the pubic bone, okay? If the baby is still high, and let's say the pubic bone is here, I'm gonna feel smushiness below the baby's head. But if you feel something firm above that, that is your baby's head. So you kind of feel your baby's head, which is super cool. I have a whole, it's called belly mapping thing. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should follow me on Instagram because I have a lot of stuff going on over there. And I make these little like video demo things, like another teaching tool. And I have one called belly mapping. You can find that on Instagram. I'm at Bundle Birth. And on there, I show you how to determine the position of your baby. And part of that is knowing where the head is. Now, mind you, I don't tell you about that trick. That's an insider scoop trick. But you can feel if it's what we call ballotable, it's like bloop, bloop, or if it's firm, that means baby's probably engaged, or if it's smushy, baby's still floating around in there. No stress. It could drop in like 30 seconds, or it could drop in days to weeks. It could drop while you're in labor. Flex and flow, and then let go. That's what I'm gonna title this video, I think. I love it. Okay, let's see what we got. I pushed on her melon, my baby wiggled around. Yes, you touched your baby, isn't that cool? Okay, are there good ways to prepare your body for pregnancy? Love you too, Christy. Okay, so yes. First of all, you wanna be taking a prenatal vitamin. My recommendation is always Ritual. It's so easy, they smell good, they have less chance of nausea. I'll link them in the description box. This will be uploaded afterwards, so you can watch it back if you want. Ritual prenatal vitamins, and then you should be exercising. You should be in good shape. The better shape you're in, the better your body handles pregnancy. Pregnancy is stressful on the body, okay? It is, first of all, you're gonna gain weight, and putting any weight on your body is stressful on your body, even though it's good weight. We like this kind of weight. But like that will also pull off your center of balance. And so the stronger your core prior, the better, because it's going to help with lower back pain. The other thing is like starting to align your body right now is going to be important to loosen everything up, create that space. Exercise is the best thing that you can do. Somebody says, I did not exercise at all before pregnancy. I wish I did though. Yeah, because it's a lot of stress and strain on your body. And so the more strong you are, the more cardiovascular strength, your heart is working harder when you're pregnant. So you're gonna be less uncomfortable, less like aches and pains, and potential for a healthier pregnancy. The other thing is just being at a healthy weight is also one of the better things you can do to prep for pregnancy. I saw a question come in, are childbirth classes really necessary for a first-time mom? Guys, I have committed my life to childbirth education, okay? And I give you so much on my YouTube channel. Watch these videos. They are here for you. They are here to help you. But you need to understand the whole process and when, like not even when to go, but it's like, how do you determine between stages of labor to feel more comfortable at home, to be able to understand what's happening, to understand what to expect so that there is less fear in the hospital. So yes, you need a childbirth class. And for sure you need a coping with labor class, which is why those are my two classes that I focused on when I first got started, because the coping with labor piece, even if you plan on an epidural, you need to be able to cope at home so that you go to the hospital at the right time. And the way you know when to go to the hospital is by taking a childbirth class. So yes, take your childbirth classes. All right, so, All right, so Jenna Tingley says the preeclampsia question earlier was that my vision is extremely degraded, and I'm seeing spots and flashes. Is this normal or signs of preeclampsia? All right, Jenna, this is not normal, and I'm gonna say, especially if you have a headache, but even if you don't have a headache, you gotta at least call your doctor and probably go in to get evaluated. Preeclampsia is one of the like pregnancy complications, super common of all the things that could happen, something we see all the time, but also can be pretty risky for you and your baby. So we need to know. And preeclampsia is technically, this is like the shorter version I have, this is my next high-risk pregnancy video after gestational diabetes comes out. I'm gonna do one on preeclampsia. But preeclampsia is basically high blood pressure in pregnancy that affects your organs. So high blood pressure in pregnancy alone, yeah guys, if you've been seeing spots too, this is something to get checked out. If you have a home blood pressure cuff, take your own blood pressure. A normal blood pressure for a pregnant person is less than 140/90, okay? So if your blood pressure is fine, then that's probably fine, and then you do wanna see an eye doctor because the little capillaries in your eyes get sensitive to being pregnant. Your capillaries in your eyes are not pregnant, okay? The capillaries in your eyes can be sensitive when you're pregnant, and there can be decreased blood flow to that, so that might be a vision thing, but blurry vision coupled with a headache that especially doesn't go away with Tylenol, any kind of epigastric pain, so right upper quadrant of your abdomen pain, kind of like an achy, dull sensation, extra swelling. Swelling alone is normal for pregnancy, but if you have all that other stuff, including the headache, you probably got to get checked out because we don't want to mess with that. The worst case scenario is two things, and I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it, is stroke or seizures. And neither one are good, neither one are what we want. So make sure you get it checked out. If you have blurry vision, call your doctor, just say, hey, what's up? If you have a home blood pressure cuff, take your own blood pressure. If it is above 140/90, give your doctor a call, okay? Let's see. Ooh, advice or tips on an unmedicated twin die birth, which means 2 sacs, 2 placentas. These babies are number 5 and 6. You are so strong. Oh my gosh. Hospitals as small town midwives, OBs are not twin or breech specialists. I do have a doula. Okay, so you guys have been asking a lot about twins as well. I've gotten this on Instagram a lot. It'll probably be coming. It's high on my list as far as putting together a video for you twin mamas. But the goal with twins, and this is the super simplified version, if you want to go unmedicated, know how to be unmedicated, okay? So take a coping with labor class if you haven't already. If you've had a bunch of babies, like you probably are a pro, but it can always help to have some extra tools in your toolbox. That doula is number 1. You already know, guys, you hear me say this all the time, but a doula can increase your chance of a vaginal birth by 30%. That's a lot, okay? Like all the other things we do have way less percentages than that. So maybe not all of them, it kind of depends on what we're talking about, but in general, that one is gonna help you have a vaginal birth. So the goal with twins would be first baby is head down, second baby is either also head down or head up. And then you, in theory, can deliver vaginally, especially if it's baby number 5 or 6. I would say that you're just expecting labor to be the same. You have to be monitored with fetal monitors because there's 2, it's a high-risk pregnancy. And then you'll probably deliver in the operating room. So block it all out, pretend like it's your home, focus on your babies. I know that's gonna be like practically impossible when you're in a operating room, but you will deliver in there just in case. You're focused and you're pushing, and then once you push one, get all the oxytocin, they'll probably pass baby off, or if somebody's there making sure you're safe, push the other one out. It's just 2-for-1 deal. That's like the quick version. You guys know I could talk about this stuff all day, every day, okay? I'm gonna do 3 more minutes, so this is a 40-minute video. You guys have so many questions and I wanna answer them all. Oh my gosh, when should you take the birthing classes? You should take the childbirth class first or the VBAC class first and then the coping with labor class. And I usually say start after 30 weeks. Prior to 37 weeks, make sure you're done. Oh, you guys, all of your questions. That light is making you white as a snowman. It's because I get so close and I get so excited here. It's better than no light. Okay, better? We glad? Be happy? I'm not that white. I'm white, but not that white. Okay. I want to be a doula. Any advice on how to financially support myself as a doula? Have backup so you can take a bunch of clients. That's the very short answer for the countdown being on for the end of this video. Okay. Midwives brew, thoughts. You guys ask this one so much. I have to be totally honest. I've never had a client use the midwives brew. I don't know if I've ever seen it in the hospital setting. All I know about midwives brew is what I've read online. And there isn't really much information online that says that it helps. It's kind of like a lot of the other stuff, the evening primrose oil or the red raspberry tea. The red raspberry tea doesn't get you into labor, by the way. It just tones your uterus. But midwives brew typically has castor oil in it, if I'm right. Correct me if I'm wrong. And again, it's the same. My answer is going to be the same, that like, let your body do what it needs to do. Castor oil is not recommended. If your midwife or your doctor's like, hey, go for it, try it, the goal would be understanding risks and benefits and then making that decision for yourself. But there really isn't a lot of evidence on the midwives brew either. I know you guys want like the trick or like the thing that's gonna either get you into labor or help you have a shorter pregnancy or help you have less pain, but The goal would be setting yourself up with the tools to be able to cope with the pain and then enjoy the experience. Flex and flow, and then let go. I love it so much. Okay, placenta previa. I have a placenta previa and I'm 31 weeks. It's from Mariah. Chances it will move up? Yeah, there's still chance that it can move up. At 31 weeks, if it's a full previa, and I have a video on my Instagram about previas, placenta previa, which means the placenta implants over the bottom part of the uterus, like where the cervix is. Then at 31 weeks, if it's fully blocking the cervix, it's unlikely, but if it's still sort of on the side, there's a chance that it could still move. So flex and flow, then let go and see what happens. I saw something about vaginismus. Somebody's been asking that a million times. I don't see your name here, otherwise if you say it again. Then vaginismus is like tightening of the vagina hole, that like you can't enter the vagina hole because it's like stressed out and closed up. Can it make your delivery harder? Yeah, it can. This is where I would say go see a pelvic floor therapist, talk to your doctor about it, and then do some perineal massage. I have a handout on my website about this, but make sure that people are working with you because it can make childbirth harder, but it also can cure the vaginismus, and can fix it for you and help to loosen everything up so that it's no longer an issue for you. I'm so sorry you have that. That's my quick answer. All right, guys, this has been so fun. I will hopefully do this again. If you liked it, click the little the thumbs up button on the screen. And if you want me to do another one, click the little thumbs up screen. I'm so grateful to all of you guys. I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. This was never the plan. This was like not even a dream, to be honest. Like it was once I started getting going, because I was like, oh my gosh, like this could be a thing. But like I genuinely never dreamed that this would be my life. And this week has been so big for my business. I've had so many wins, and being an entrepreneur is hard. I'm not in the hospital financially. I've went through my entire savings, and I do it gladly because of you guys. And I'm surviving. Like I'm doing what I love and what I feel called to. And I'm so grateful to you guys. If it were not for you, for keeping me going, honestly, your comments, your likes, your DMs, your retags, your shares, all of that literally is everything. So hear me now. Here's to 50K more. My next goal, we're making it to 100. We're gonna do so many more amazing things, hopefully change even more lives and babies, and keep you guys safe and help you have the most healthy, positive birth memories ever, avoiding traumas, all the things. I love you so much. Okay, so I promised you a promo code. Your promo code is 50K love. And I am giving you my newest item in my store, which are my hand-scripted birth affirmations. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see that I do make my own posts, and sometimes there's birth affirmations on them. Let me find a longer one. And so I made you, I think there's 36 in this kit that you can print out. And they're so cute, guys. So it says, and I think it's backwards. So this says, this will not last forever. I choose to release any tension in my body. I trust my body and follow its lead. So there are these birth affirmations because I want to thank you guys. And one of the ways I want to do that, I want you to picture me telling you these things while you're in labor, that you can do it, that you have everything you need, that you can print these out, do it on a little bit thicker paper, cut them up, put them around your house, put them around your hospital room, and be reminded that you are enough, that you are valuable, that you are doing an amazing thing by birthing this baby and by growing this baby and by enduring something that is hard, but hard is not bad. And so I want to give you this gift of positivity for your labor and birth. It's a $10 value. However many of you that want it, I already see one when the first order came in by Angelina. Y'all are hilarious. This is great. So go to my website, bundlebirth.com/shop, add the birth affirmations to your cart, 50K love. It will be available. The promo code only works for 24 hours. So those of you that missed it, it's still in there. You can purchase it and support the cause. And in the meantime, I love you all so much. I appreciate you so much. Hear me now. I am cheering you on from Los Angeles. More content, more fun to 50K and changing the world. Let's do it all together. And I am here for you. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you soon.